Good morning, everyone. How are you? Welcome to my page, Moon Holistics. This is the Sunday tarot reading, but not on Sunday. Okay, so I don't know if any of you guys saw my post yesterday, but I didn't get back till late yesterday, and I was tired, and there was too much to do, so I couldn't fit a reading in. And when you're tired anyway, it's not something you really want to do and post for people to read, because your energy isn't 100% into it, and I don't work that way. All my energy, all my time goes into giving you the best possible general reading. Okay, so I hope you're having a lovely Monday. I've been outside already and it is freezing, and that's fine, because it just means I just work in my nice warm home. You can probably hear the heater going on there. One's flown out. Now this is interesting because this was in the pre-shuffle. This is Judgment. I'm not going to read it in the main one, but I just feel there's a sudden realization for a lot of you with regards to current circumstances. Okay, so that could be with people, friends, family, and I just feel there's patterns that are starting to be recognized within yourself. You might start to think, why does this keep happening? Why does that keep happening? And there's just going to think, this is it. I know this is how the universe is talking to me. Okay, so let's have a look. I'm just going to see the first card and see what comes in true A Wonderful Tarot style. Some of you are going to have a spiritual awakening, definitely. Okay, if you're not going through it already. You've got the Four of Cups. Now, contemplation, this card. This is the first card, so it's you being the questioner. You might find, guys, to be honest with you, there's either one thing being offered to you and you don't know whether to take it because it's the road less traveled for you. This could be on an emotional level, this could be on a work level, home level, or different, just switching up, different friends, different energies, different vibes, that type of thing. And it could be going outside of your comfort zone, because there's a familiarity with what you've known here to what's being offered. Okay, you could, and it doesn't actually have to mean like an offering, like somebody speaking to you. It's just this new path that you can see, and you have a choice to walk down it. Okay, now the Four of Cups is obviously emotion, so this could be that a crossroads that you're at. This could also be I was going to say, somebody offering something to you, but because of the position, I'm not going to read it that way. This could be you wanting to hear from somebody to offer you something, okay? But I just feel there's a lot of contemplation. It's not a bad Four of Cups. It's not a bad contemplation. Sometimes we need to think and assess and reset ourselves, but this is more about, where do I go from here now? Okay, so look at what you're focusing on. Look at where your energy is going, and if you're depleted, then there is something in that telling you maybe there isn't any more wisdom in doing that. It's time to go into the other direction. Okay, so that Judgment card, that rebirthing, maybe that's what's coming in for you. All right, so that's a really interesting card, and there is an optimism with this, I feel, because we have to go through these stages, we have to go through these contemplations, we have to go through our own assessments to know where we're going to go next. It's getting into the feels of it, all right? And as I said, it'd be interesting actually to see if the Hierophant comes up again. So we'll see what's coming up. So let's see what is coming up. Yeah, now this is the interesting one. This is interesting. So I just had a sudden, I don't know why I did that noise, but I just had a sudden just this flash of somebody coming in to message you. Okay, you have got the reconciliation card just at the bottom there, which is the Two of Cups. So with you being the Four of Cups, I do feel, guys, this is you wanting somebody to offer you something, whether that's going out for coffee, whether that's an explanation, whether that's just a bit of clarity, because with the King of Swords coming up here, this is the outside energy. This is what's coming towards you, and because he's the king that's facing front, there could be a level of facing up to a situation, facing up to feelings, facing up to situations, facing up to maybe how they treated you, but it's coming in really quite strong. And it could be an older air sign, but when I say older, it doesn't have to be older in age, it could be on a maturity level. Okay, so depending on what this person, who they would be represented by before, they could have been a night before, and now they've turned into a king. So they could have leveled up, they could have grown up, but at the moment you don't know with regards to what they're doing energy wise, what they could be doing day to day, hence why you're the Four of Cups here, and you're switching up your thinking with regards to, you know, I feel you guys need to find the joy, or you could be thinking about finding the joy or the happy balance on a day-to-day level, okay? But there's just this imbalance because you're thinking about this King of Swords coming up here. And King can be male or female. It's the energy. It's not about the genitalias, guys. It's just about the aura, the energy field, okay? So if this is a king, it could be a lady, all right? So that is that coming in. This isn't with the situationship relationship. This is nice because this could be a job offer for you, and this could represent a boss type figure or manager or something like that. So either there's a promotion, you're contemplating a new beginning, but this is some sort of dynamic which is changing for you, okay? The King of Swords, it's a good king. It is a good king, and I just feel, you know, you could be asked to do something with more responsibility. You could be like more hours or something like that, but this one doesn't mess around. He knows what he wants, he knows what he doesn't want. This is obviously if it is with regards to work and that type of thing, all right? You could end up having more clients if that's your line of work, if you have clients, because it looks like you could start promoting yourselves in different ways, and just like I said, I keep hearing the word switching it up, so this is what I'm getting. So let's see what else is coming in. So even though we've got one court card and one minor, I do feel there's a depth coming up here, and it's just quite interesting how things are turning up. I'm going to read these two. So you have a major, which is the Fool, and you've got the Six of Cups. So I do feel, guys, there could be a new beginning with somebody who you already know. When I say you already know, it could be somebody from 5 years ago, it could be somebody from last year, it could be somebody from 6 months ago. And I just feel this contemplation of you being the Four of Cups, thinking about, is this offer coming in? This would suggest, yes, it is coming in, okay? Or you could be the one making the offer just because of the positioning here, all right? But the Fool is that leap of faith. So you are going to be going outside of your comfort zone and taking a leap of faith with something you're contemplating. I know that. So the Four of Cups with the Fool, depending on what the end result cards are going to be, it's like you are just throwing caution to the wind, but in a more of a structured way, okay? So it's not like just going out going, that's it, I'm going to sell everything and I'm just going to see where life takes me. It's not like that. It's more of a understanding what makes you happy and what feels good for you and going in that direction, okay? You could have wasted a lot of time with a lot of people, is what I will say. Six of Cups is wonderful because it's that nostalgic card. It's, you know, the coming back in. And with the Two of Cups coming up here, I am seeing some sort of reconnection, okay? So let's have a look and see what's underneath the Four of Cups. Right, because, yeah, guys, look, they've got the Devil. So you could be a Capricorn. You are thinking a lot about this energy. So whether that's a situation or person, I'm getting a person, guys. To be honest, I think you're thinking about a person. But this could be obsessive thinking. Looking at when they were last online, seeing how long they were online for, wondering why they're not messaging you. You could have sent them a message, but they might not have read it, that type of stuff. So get out of that mindset, because it's not healthy. It's easy to do and it's easy to keep going with that momentum, but what happens is we end up creating our own reality. We end up making up stories that we have no evidence of, and we believe it. So then we put ourselves in a lower vibration, and you know, I said about that joy, finding your own joy, it's going to be battling with that. It's going to be like fighting it a little bit. So use this energy into something where you'll end up being this full energy, okay? So channel it in a different way. If you find yourself overthinking, try and do something else that you enjoy. I know that can be easier said than done sometimes, but maybe do an extra hour of work, or maybe just do a bit of painting, or journaling is a really good one. It's just switching the game, and your mind will start to change those patterns of what you normally do. Okay, so this is why I was sensing that with that judgment card, a rebirth, a sudden realization. You could be realizing, guys, that you're wasting too much time thinking about this energy, or if it is not with a person, it's thinking about, do I take this position, do I take this offer, do I this. There's a lot of thinking going in there. Okay, the devil has an amazing place in tarot. It's needed because it's creating in the balance of life, but sometimes we don't constantly need that energy. And with these other cards, it's almost like pushing through to get to the light. You don't want the devil underneath the Four of Cups because it's too much contemplation. You don't want to stay there for too long. Okay, now here is the wonderful Hierophant again. So the Hierophant has spoken again, and it's funny because it's interesting what comes up with tarot. Like, we've had the Fool, we've had the World come up a lot, and the Hierophant has always been poking out, or he's been the clarifier. Here he is. Okay, your person has had some sort of spiritual awakening, not in like a sense that we see in the films, but just if they've been a bit of an ass, they could suddenly realise, or if they've been a bit immature, they could suddenly realise, because it looks like an apology is coming your way. All right, or just if it's not a I'm sorry, it's a level of understanding, or somebody making a bit more effort, because I mean, I don't know what the previous cards were to this energy. I can only read it from this moment. There just seems to be somebody's gone into their mind, and they've had to go into their mind, and it looks like it's going to benefit you. Okay, the Page of Pentacles can mean an apology, so but it's an offering. Okay, the Page of Pentacles, yes, and it's also the wonderful thing about the Page of Pentacles is the enthusiasm and the thinking is all in the mind. Okay, so it's got that potential to be very, very grounded, and the King of Swords again is the mind. So as a combination, whilst it's a page and a king, it's if it was offered to you and merged together, it would be a nice combination. The King of Swords is one energy. The Page of Swords is that very kind of childish energy. You don't want too much of the other. Okay, so these are coming in quite nice. And with the Hierophant, this can mean conventional living, whatever conventional is for you, but there's more of a solidarity coming in here. I'm not saying like wedding bells or getting into a solid relationship, but what I am seeing is the next step. Okay, so if you've been in a situationship, it looks like it's coming round again, but this time it's not you verbalizing how you feel necessarily. What's coming up is you being in your head, where they probably don't necessarily know how much you're internalizing. Okay, but it looks like they're coming to you, especially with the Six of Cups coming up here. Even though that's in your position, I'm not seeing it as a strong where you're messaging, because you're waiting. Nine of Cups. Sorry, Hannah. Get it right. Nine of Pentacles. Sorry, Hannah. Didn't mean to apologise to myself. So underneath the Fool and the Six of Cups, let's have a look what's coming in. What's wanting to poke out is the Eight of Wands, which is communication. Wouldn't you know, you can do tarot all day long and you'll never quite understand how the universe works. I don't. I just roll with it and I just pick up on the energies. Bottom of the deck, do you remember there was Judgment, and now you've got Judgment as the end card. So that rebirthing is coming in, guys. That awakening. Next to the Hierophant here. Very, very powerful. Very beautiful. The image I'm getting is, you know when you haven't seen someone for a while and you go to someone like this nice country pub with an open fire and you're just chatting. There's no expectation with energies. There's no expectation or performance of like what you should say, what you should do. It's just being vulnerable, being open and enjoying the moment. That's what I'm seeing. because you are moving on from choppy waters onto smoother ground, and it's moving in a different direction. So this contemplation that you're doing, there is a maneuvering, meandering into a different direction for you, but I'm not seeing it like overnight. I'm seeing it sort of like drip, 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 slow and steady type thing. But underneath the Six of Cups, that's quite nice. It's moving on. I mean, either you're moving on a mind level, because you could have had closure, because when this person gets in touch, that's all you needed to hear, which gets you out of this Devil and Four of Cups energy, or it's just this switch up, this resetting, and you can move on from where you've been here, which is this Devil energy. But I'm quite sure, guys, that this message is going to be coming in quite soon. I feel some of you are waiting for it and you're wondering why it hasn't happened. Well, let's see what the Light Seers Tarot has to say. And see what their overall clarifier is. Let things play out as they should, because the Wheel of Fortune is working in ways you cannot even see. So from your perception, with the Devil and the Four of Cups, this is very much in your mind, very much overthinking, very much analysing. You might start to feel exhausted or anxious and over analytical, and it's depleting your energy. Doesn't help the situation, guys. Take yourself out of it, and just, she's in like the tree pose there, staying grounded, staying focused, staying centered. Everything will come to you at the right time. It will. Because you're going to be emotionally happy. You're going to be grounded. Ten of Pentacles coming up here, okay? I'm not going to read that as an overall clarifier. It's just a little cheeky what I saw, all right? So this is very, very interesting. I have to think about a title now, aren't I? The Wheel of Fortune there as well. Wheel of Fortune. 2 Wheel of Fortunes. I'm going to stop now because I'm going to be doing this all day. And I've got other readings to do. So as much as I would love to sit here and go through 78 cards with you, I can't. So I will be doing tomorrow evenings anyway. So it's like 2 videos in a row. So that's nice. And obviously Sundays will be on Sunday as normal. I'm pretty much fully booked, guys, for December for tarot readings. Unless there's a cancellation, or depending on what time you can do, message me anyway, and then we'll see what I've got, because I'm now taking January bookings. However, I do have a class on Sunday, so you can check that out. It's about the moon and manifesting. So if you want to learn how to manifest using the moon cycles, put yourself down as interested or going. Other than that, guys, you have a good one. You have a good Monday. Have a good week. Let things play out. I know I say that a lot, but don't overthink too much. Don't overanalyze. Someone or someone obviously is coming in. That could, like I said, I mean, 9 times out of 10 this will be on a love, emotional level, but it can be friends, that type of stuff. But there's a rebirth, there's an awakening, there's a meeting of minds in the sense of this apology comes in and you can talk through that, and see how things play out. If this is not a love relationship, this is a situation, this is like a work thing, this would show new opportunity with regards to money, because of an offering that's coming in which you're contemplating, okay? Leave it there. All right, so you have a good one, you take care, and as always, I will see you in the next video. Take care now.